the final movie we watched this week, and I literally watched it this morning. And I'm surprised I had never seen it before because I've heard so much about it. I've seen the remake and everything. Was Robocop.
Robocop from 1987, directed by the one and only king of satire, violence, and science fiction, the Dutch legend, Paul Verhoeven.
Yeah. What did you think of the movie? Did you like it?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool.
I love the satirical take on it. What's the writer's name?
Yeah.
Edward Neumeier, dude.
Yeah.
I love Starship Trooper when I saw it. I was going into it with knowing nearly nothing about Starship Trooper and kind of coming to a realization when you're watching it that it's like a satirical take on society. That I thought that was really cool. And then figuring that out about Robocop 2 makes the movie so much better.
Oh, yeah. This movie, what surprised me about this picture is the way they were able to mix satire, action, and like commentary.
Mm-hmm.
All of that, it does a good level of each of them where it's like the thing about this movie, it's like an action movie and like a comedy and a satire, and just the way that it mixes it together and it doesn't lose any of the power of each one. They're all good level. You know what I mean? Like the action isn't the best action of that era. You know? Like you get like Terminator, which is like mainly focused on action. So they gotta like lower that level down, but like really good. All the effects are really great. Yeah. And then just the overall like themes and stuff, how they're able to do all of that, and it's has this camp kind of quality to it, but it's also a vibe at the same time, dude. Yeah.
Of course, 80s is one of the worst eras of movies.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of undisputed.
Yeah.
But there are some films in the 80s where the camp really benefits the film. And I feel like this is one of them. The camp really fit with the film, and it really made it feel like of a time Reagan era commentary film.
Yeah.
And it was really good about corporate greed, about, self, about corruption, about, rising crime rates and stuff, and anti-fascist message. Yeah, it was really good. I really liked it.
Yeah, and then this whole idea about being a human, being an android, because this movie was inspired by Blade Runner. The writer like helped out on it or something. He got inspired and thought about his own idea for it. You have those themes definitely of what it means to be human and human feelings, and if like robots can have feelings and independent thought. Also the whole idea about privatizing the law.
Yeah,
which is insane.
With the birth of the CIA and stuff like that. It was really interesting too, just like the idea of like, we created you, so we own you, with the corporation. Yeah, I liked it. It was cool. It was a fun movie for sure.
No, this is the first time I had seen it too, and I've just heard so much about it. Like I put it off for so long. I'm like, I gotta watch it now. Like I have to finally watch. Just a gap in my thing. Was I like super blown away by it? Mm-hmm. Ask me that.
Yeah. Do you feel like you were super blown away by the movie?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think I was blown away by it, but I think it's a good movie. I just feel like maybe it's like a little dated. And I don't want to have to use that argument for everything, but like definitely has that 80s feel. The effects of like computer effects are really dated and stuff, and like, but the miniatures that they use for the robot,
that's really cool. The puppet.
Yeah, the way that they do practicals is aged really well. It looks way better than like a lot of shit, dude.
Yeah, gotta shout out Rob Bottin, the guy that does the special effects, dude. They're so good in this.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
His armor is a little like foamy.
Yeah, it's a little weird looking. Yeah. He looks kind of stupid. I think that's one of the reasons I put it off. I'm like, it's an action movie and this guy looks stupid.
Yeah, but it also fits in with the comedic sort of aspect of it. Just like the over-the-top brutal violence out of nowhere where they're in the corporate meeting and that guy just gets shot down by the machine and they just like don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck, dude. Everyone loves violence in this movie. In this world, they're all like, violence happens, so what?
And it's a funny movie too.
Yeah, it is.
Like I love the main villain guy and then hit the boss of the corporation too. They're just so funny. He's like, hey, listen here, dick.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, like
Dick
the dad
Jones.
from that.
His name is Dick Jones.
Yeah, like, Richard Jones. Yeah, the dad from that '70s show is so good in this. Yeah. Oh my god, I love him as this like fucking Detroit terrorist, and the whole crew. So many people from Twin Peaks in this too. If you're a fan of Twin Peaks.
Yeah, Nancy Allen.
Dude, out of nowhere too. I was like, I did not know that she was in this. Yeah, she pops up.
Yeah, we've talked about Nancy Allen a couple times on this show, right?
Yeah.
We talk about women. We talk about De Palma. I don't know if she's in all of De Palma. She was married to him.
Yeah, she's kind of a staple of his stuff, like Blowout, Then you have
Sisters, not Sisters, sorry, Carrie, Dress to Kill.
Yeah, Dress to Kill, dude.
Yeah, she was in that. The science fiction aspect, the themes are really like prevalent even today and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was
like
thinking too.
These ideas of like fascism and control over people and
and like technology used as a tool to control people, you know.
Yeah, Reaganomics. Definitely something to do with that. Definitely like written in there. And Paul Verhoeven was like read the script, like a couple drafts of it, and then he's like, "This is fucking stupid."
Mm-hmm.
And his wife was the one that was told him, "No, this is actually really good."
Because he didn't realize this satirical.
Yeah.
Like,
he didn't get it because he's like fucking Dutch. He doesn't understand American nuance humor. Because it's definitely a very American movie. It's not.
It is.
It's not. It's a Dutch filmmaker making a very American movie about America in America at that time. Mm-hmm. And the movie takes place in Detroit, but it was mainly shot in Texas.
Which it looks like it was shot in like Texas.
Yeah.
Like Dallas or something.
Mm-hmm. And I think that the cheaper qualities of the film, even though it's in like an MGM picture, but they were probably like, no, this is just some B movie, something like we're not gonna like do too much with it. But the fact that like maybe there's some cheaper like kind of technical qualities of like some of the production design and stuff, it kind of adds to the goofiness of the movie, like some sort of Austin Powers type goofiness of that time. Yeah,
I agree. I love the commercials they had in it. They had so many like good commercials. Just the way they present the story to you. I thought it was going to be more like...
It's a really good exposition tool.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like, oh, following this guy. He's a cop. He has to leave his family. Blah, 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 you know? They didn't have any of that shit. You know, no emotional connection, really. It was more like they presented to you raw. You know, I love that. I love the way, like, Edward Neumeier, like, writes stuff like that. He did the same in Starship Troopers.
Oh, yeah, Starship Troopers. I like it more.
Me too.
Yeah, Starship... I think this one is his first real... Because he loves doing, like, satire and violence and stuff. Like, Total Recall, Starship Troopers. And I saw Benedetta, which was his last movie. I didn't really like it that much, but, like, for some reason, you can't tell if, like, something serious or, like, funny, or you can't... There's, like, that blurred lines that he does. But with Robocop, that was, like, his first American satire, and then he really, like, kind of fine-tuned that style and that thematic aesthetic, cleaned it up when he made Starship Troopers. That's like the quintessential Paul Verhoeven satire, war, military commentary film. And it also like just looks way better than Robocop. I think Starship Troopers has looks really cool.
Yeah, I think
it looks way more clean and like higher production.
Yeah,
but that was also 10 years after. But still, it's cool to see Robocop after seeing like Starship Troopers.
I think my reservation with Robocop coming into it was my understanding was it was something more about kind of like building up like cop reputation and stuff, which is not really something that I'm that into. You know, I don't think like cops are that cool. Learning that was satirical was really what like paid off for me. It's not like really like honoring cops. It's more like a commentary on using them. I don't know, for like corporate greed.
It was pretty lit though.
It was pretty lit. The action scenes were cool. The explosions were sick.
Yeah.
There's that scene.
I love the guns in it.
Yeah, the guns are so cool. Like the like futuristic kind of like guns.
Yeah, the AUG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The scene at the gas station where it blows up. That's sick.
Yeah. So the terrorists. Are those guys supposed to be terrorists, and then they actually the terrorists are actually working for the government?
Yeah.
That's what the whole thing is.
Yeah.
Influential movie. A classic, a cult classic, but also it made a lot of money.
It did.
It's kind of surprising watching it now, but maybe it was kind of like marketed as a sort of Arnold Schwarzenegger vehicle that also just slipped in a little comedy satire in there that you weren't expecting.
I think it was a lot of word of mouth too. A lot of people were like kind of once they saw it and realized like the intentionality behind it, I think it spread pretty quick.
Yeah, and the optical printing methods that they used of like the layered film compositing looks so good still.
Yeah.
Like now it would be like a CGI robot in front of like the miniature matching with the live action. I think that's so cool.
Like this first or the remake, the problem with it is like it totally lost the satirical aspect of it.
I never saw the remake.
It's fucking awful, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's like what you would imagine this movie would be if it were made nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah, all the practicals are very well done and like creative, and you can tell it's like, they had like limitations.